it's my debt. And I feel bad.
It's been a love-hate relationship between myself and the horse.
If he's going to spend $300 a month on beer, then what's the point of me saving?
Before we look at marriage, I think we need to start looking at clearing up the debt that we have.
So does that mean that we're never going to get engaged?
Both of you just get over it.
Money, 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 money.
My name is Andrea, and I'm 28 years old. I'm a lab technician in a research laboratory.
My name is Curtis. I'm 28 years old, and I'm a child and youth worker. My hobbies include a lot of sports. I'm an avid baseball player, slow pitch. I play a lot of men's league hockey in the winter.
Curtis has baseball, and I have stink. He has been with me 14 years now. I justify keeping stink around because it's the only thing that I have. The only thing I've done since I was very young.
We've been living together for about 3 years. We don't have any kids, not in our immediate future.
We are not engaged yet because Curtis has said he would rather see our debt gone.
I think I do hold the debt above our head sometimes. I think that's something that I do. And I don't mean to do it, but you know, finances will do that to you from time to time. So
it always stems back to it's my debt. And I feel bad because I feel sometimes that that's all I've ever brought into the relationship.
She spends, I think, a lot of money on Mr. Stink. He's now lame. I believe it's arthritis of the feet.
With his meds and his board and his shoeing, it's probably $400, $500, somewhere in there per month. Scary.
I would venture to euthanize him.
Curtis has lots of hobbies. Drinking beer is a major hobby.
Playing the baseball and the hockey that I do is just interacting with friends and having a good time and just, you know, cutting loose, you know, enjoy yourself, an excuse to have a few pops. What I'll do sometimes is surprise her with a, honey, I have a $300 bat. What do you think about this? And she'll come back with, oh, I have a $400 girth. What do you think about that?
I'm hoping Gail can help us plan for the future because if we keep on going the way we are, we're not going to make it.
This month, I'll help this couple move from red to black. I've been solving money problems for over 20 years, tackling everything from high finance to low income. I help people understand money and debt, which is still a huge mystery for most folks. And it's the #1 reason couples split up. So now I'm making house calls. Andrea and Curtis are spending their time and their money like they're roommates, rather than a couple on the road to happily ever after. Their debt is becoming a major pitfall in their relationship. They won't be able to move forward until they start attacking it together.
Hi.
Hi, Gail Vaz-Oxlade.
Wonderful to meet you.
Nice to
Curtis,
meet
Gail.
you. Big screen TV.
Yeah.
Have a seat. Make yourself comfortable. Stink saddle. And I can see what it's being used for right now. Right now, what we're using it for is to hold our clothes, right?
Oh, okay, sure.
Nice room. There isn't a lot to see in their apartment. All Curtis needs to stay happy is the 24-hour sports channel. And Andrea spends most of her free time at the barn with her horse. No wonder they feel like they're living separate lives. You have some issues with regard to the fact that you feel like you make good money and you never have any money to spend.
Yes.
And then there's this erosion that's going on between the two of you as you battle over stink.
There's that too, but it's also...
Tell me why you hate the horse so much, Curtis.
Because he costs a lot of money and
Yes.
he takes up a lot of Andrea's time.
Okay, so you're jealous of the horse. You wish she were brushing you.
Yes, yeah, sometimes yes.
How badly do you want to get married?
Pretty bad, I guess.
Yeah. She wants to get married.
I don't even want to have a big expensive wedding, and that's what he brings up all the time.
Everything costs money, Gail. Everything costs money.
If money is the issue and I could show you a way that there wouldn't be any debt for a wedding, would you be satisfied with that as an answer?
I think so. I think so.
Remember you said that you just don't have the money to do the things you want to do?
Mm-hmm.
Here's why. You're spending almost $600 a month on crap. Each of those numbers doesn't seem like very much. Because, you know, what's $100 a month in a restaurant? Nobody would get upset about that, right? But add them all together and watch it add up to almost $600, which if you were applying it to your debt would be freeing up all that cash flow that you're spending on debt repayment. Would you like to take a guess at how much you are overspending every month? $634.
Yeah.
Hello? That's money you haven't made yet. You've got to stop. Because if you keep it up at the end of 5 years, you will owe with your current debt $90,000.
It's a lot.
And that's without a mortgage. Andrea owes about $17,000 on student loans, just about half their debt. But Andrea and Curtis have spent so much time arguing about her debt versus his debt, they've totally lost perspective.
I don't want it to be there, but what are you going to do? In order to get a good job, you have to go to school, and it costs so much money.
You have this big bugaboo about the amount of debt that you brought into this relationship.
Yes.
$11,000 of it is Curtis's debt. You have $20,000. What's the difference between $11,000 and $20,000?
9,000.
Is that a big whoop?
Huge.
No, it's not. It's not a big whoop. Certainly not a big enough whoop for you to be doing the sweating you're doing. And you certainly can't hold $9,000 against her, right? Because what's $9,000 in the grand scheme of things? So both of you just get over it. Because as long as you are feeling guilty and he is feeling he can hang that over you, the balance of power between you is unbalanced, and that's no way to start a relationship. So the question is, will you do anything I ask you to do to solve these problems?
Yeah.
Promise.
Yes.
Promise.
So over the next 4 weeks, I'm going to give you a series of challenges to do. You do the challenges, I'll give you up to $5,000 to help you pay down this debt. You don't do the challenges, you don't get the money. And we're going to work on 3 things. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to get your budget balanced. The second thing we're going to do is ramp up your debt repayment to get you out of this hole. And then we're going to get you working together on your passions instead of always living with recriminations. So go and get me your debit cards and your credit cards, because it's over. Coming up, no more bull. It's only fair to put so much stress on the family budget for one person.
Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money.
Curtis doesn't want to propose until they're finally debt-free.
When that comes, then we can start discussing the bigger picture.
It always stems back to it's my debt. And I feel bad.
Andrea's taken to spending more time with her first true love.
And he takes up a lot of Andrea's time.
Stink was here first anyway. So technically, I have to get rid of Curtis.
Curtis has a lot of opinions on Andrea's spending habits, but none on his own.
If he's going to spend $300 a month on beer, then what's the point of me saving? It's not going to help any.
They'll both have to take the blinders off when it comes to the mistakes they're making. You're spending almost $600 a month on crap. And these are my crap-busting rules. For the next month, this couple will learn to live on a strict cash budget. No more credit cards. They'll complete weekly challenges to tackle their money and relationship issues. And if they're willing to change, I'll reward them with thousands of dollars. No changes, no money. Now that you don't have credit cards anymore, you're going to learn to live on cash. Here come the jars, and here comes the bad news. I'm cutting your variable spending by 52%.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Each week, you will have $100 for food, $87.50 for transportation. See how many times you can get to the barn and back on that. $125 for entertainment and play. You'll have $25 for clothing and gifts, and you'll have $9.25 for other.
What jar would be for like horse stuff and
Well, I'm so glad you asked that question.
good.
It's a good question. So it's off to the farm to see where so much of Andrea's time and money are going. These have gotten you into deep, deep caca. So we're going to put them in deep, deep caca.
Oh no!
Pick those out, Curtis.
Go ahead now. If you want them,
Go get it.
you go get them, okay? Here you go, Curtis. You want my gloves?
No.
The reason we're here is because the man you would like to marry doesn't have the same warm, fuzzy feeling about stink that you do. Seem like a lot of money in the entertainment jar?
Yes.
Made me excited, actually. I guess not.
That adds up to $500 a month. 100 of it is for straight up entertainment. The other 400 is being split equally between the both of you. And out of that, you have to pay for your passions. Your passions probably don't run more than $200 a month, all told. But yours does, which is where the budget booster comes in.
Okay.
This week, you are going to come up with a way to earn the extra money you need above and beyond what we've put in here to cover the cost of this little bugger without pissing off that little bugger. Okay? If the tables were reversed, I would tell him exactly the same thing. Okay. Because it's only fair to put so much stress for one person on the family budget. After that, that person should kick in extra. You need to do this so that you don't build additional resentment and so you don't give him an excuse not to propose. Right?
Good plan. I'll probably try and find another farm to work at or work at the racetrack. I'll find something. I have a lot of options.
Hi, Dr. Frost. I'm Andrea.
Hi, Andrea. Nice to meet you.
Wonderful to meet you.
Andrea contacted me for some part-time work, so I'll probably try her out for a few days. She seems very professional and very eager to learn, and that's a great start.
My job was to wipe the bums. It takes a lot of nerves to wipe bums, and I got them. I could definitely do this job on weekends. It would be like not working at all. So I'd be quite happy doing this every single Saturday.
Coming up, turning the heat up on Curtis. This could potentially be your wedding fund.
Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money.
We are not engaged yet because Curtis has said he would rather see our debt gone.
If money is the issue and I could show you a way that there wouldn't be any debt for a wedding, then would you be satisfied with that as an answer?
I think so.
The first step towards marriage was getting Andrea making more money to pay for her expensive horse.
I could definitely stick to this plan, especially if it's this job. It'll be like easy peasy.
I've also slashed their spending. We'll see if aggressively paying off their debt nudges Curtis any closer to popping the question.
Definitely there's something that we need to sit down and discuss, and something that I can't avoid anymore.
I have more than just financial challenges to bring this couple closer together. If they accomplish them, I'll give them up to $5,000 to help pay down their debt. So did you have to stick your hand up the horse's ass?
I wish. I would have been game.
Did you make any money, though?
This weekend coming up.
Okay, good.
So
and are
I'm
you
very
excited?
Yes. Extremely excited. It's not going to be like a job. It's just going to be...
Like fun?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's going to be great.
Okay. Are you ready for your next challenge?
Oh, yeah.
I think so.
If you have a goal and you never put aside any money for it, you never achieve it. When I adjusted your budgets, I put aside $500 a month towards a goal. So this $500 a month could potentially be your wedding fund, for example. Now, don't go choking on me, okay? Let's say I have $500 a month for 36 months. I have $18,000. See how that works?
Yes.
If you decided that you wanted to get married in a year, you have $500 a month over 12 months, so now you have $6,000. You have to work within your budget. So I have a wedding planner coming to see you.
Oh, jeez, that's so great.
That's cool.
Okay? And you're going to decide how much you would spend on a wedding, and then let the wedding planner show you a whole bunch of neat ways to cut costs so that you can come in on budget, okay?
Hi.
I'm going to try to cooperate with the challenge of meeting with the wedding planner. It's just planning. It's not a commitment, it's planning.
If you subscribe to all of the wedding bells and whistles, the average wedding is about $37,000.
Oh my goodness.
So if you're supplying your own booze, that's going to be cheaper than if you are using a caterer and you're going through them. $600 to $1,500 for a good DJ. Do either one of you have like an MP3 player?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. You can program your own music. One of the things that most of my couples don't know about is wedding insurance.
Does that mean in case I decide to run away at the altar?
A real cake like this would probably cost you about $450 to $600. A real cake like this would probably cost you even more. Done in the fake, $90.
Really?
Something else for you that might be good. Do you know about the Brides Project?
No.
What we do is we take donated gowns, and they're from manufacturers, salons, and designers, and we resell them to raise money for children with cancer. And in terms of prices, they are flexible, so I will work with your budget. We do carry a full range of designers and styles.
Once the challenge is over, we'll definitely be able to sit down and talk about it. Or anyways, I will be able to sit down with her and talk about it more with ease than I did before.
Did you learn anything from the wedding planner?
That we can do a wedding within our budget.
Good. And what is your budget? What have you decided your budget is?
10,000.
Okay, you tell Curtis, then he can do this in a wedding or a new horse.
Yes! I love that plan.
Oh, there you go.
Great idea.
Okay. Are you managing on the jars? Is it working for you?
Yeah. We're talking about what we spend and where we're spending it.
I'm not up in the middle of the night without sleep because I've spent too much money. I don't have to worry about it.
Okay. We may even have something more interesting for you to do. The first part of this challenge we're going to do right now. You have 4 cards each. I want you to go away separately and write down 4 things that you would like to do together. Fun, exciting, romantic, any of those words can apply.
Okay.
I was pretty excited about the cards until I had to actually write on them. Because when you're under pressure, nothing comes to your head.
A walk at the beach, a hike in the forest, a picnic, a long moonlit walk.
A lot of the things that we've been doing, they've been more of Andrea's things. So I just thought that perhaps trying something new would be fun for both of us.
Wow. Ballroom dancing.
What, really?
He also wrote horseback riding.
You did not.
I did so.
He rode a boat ride and or sailing on Lake Ontario.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, very good.
And a picnic lunch. Okay, you will go and do some ballroom dancing together. And then at the end, you will take a walk on the beach. Let me see romance, and let me see fun, and let me see happiness. And then you'll see money.
Okay.
Coming up, can Curtis take the lead?
You are the boss.
Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money.
Andrew and Curtis were spending on their expensive hobbies rather than paying back their debts.
What I'll do sometimes is surprise her with honey, I have a $300 bat. What do you think about this? And she'll come back with, oh, I have a $400 girth. What do you think about that?
Debt was getting in the way of their wedding plans.
Both of you just get over it, because at the end of 5 years, you will owe with your current debt $90,000.
Forget about ever having a mortgage.
Right call on that.
They've committed to living on a budget and doing my challenges to earn up to $5,000 to pay down their debt. Their final challenge was to come up with some fresh ideas for spending more time together.
We're going to get you working together on your passions instead of always living with recriminations.
Most people who are coming here, they don't have a time to be close to each other. They don't have time to kiss and hug each other. Here you have it. Yes, bravo!
I thought that Curtis would have a hard time writing down things that he would like to do on a date. And he had no problem, which was a real piss off.
So I just kind of went with my gut instinct and wrote down some romantic stuff that I thought Andrea would like. And I think I need to maybe step it up a little bit, and I'm prepared to do that.
We're getting the money, I know that.
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Okay, so you went dancing and you had a romantic time, and what did you figure out from all of that?
We're a team.
Yes.
What did you learn over the whole month?
How to effectively manage our time between our hobbies and each other.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not needing our debit cards.
You love the jars.
Oh, I love it.
Mostly every week, there was always money left over in the jar.
Which isn't possible because I cut
never
your
would've thought.
variable spending. I chopped it.
Even in entertainment and in food and transportation.
So
we've
what do
always
you
had-
do with the leftover money?
We don't know. I've been
We
thinking
leave
of-
it.
You get another jar. Putting budget surplus into a jar of its own makes saving for another goal, like a new car, furniture, or even a honeymoon, a reality. Well, you know, when I got here, you were having some relationship crisis. So you found some things to do together that you actually like to share. Balanced your budget,
Oh, yeah.
put you on a debt repayment plan. That debt repayment plan will see you debt-free in 2.5 years. Do you know that?
I know,
Music
thank God.
to our ears.
Yeah.
The budget that Gail's given us is comforting because we're not losing sleep most nights about thinking about what we've overspent on or, oh my God, I can't believe we did that. So I think we're really coming into our own with following it and enjoying it.
I think you did everything you need to do, and so I have for you a check for $5,000.
Now we can do the merengue.
To help you pay on your debt.
That is amazing.
Debt. Gone.
Yay.
Are you happy?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you very much.
Now, you know I usually have a little something else for people who are very, very good. I wonder what it is.
Well, I can help answer that question. I have
Yeah.
this for you, Andrea. Will you marry me?
Are you kidding?
Oh, look, it's here. It's here.
Yes.
It's real.
Thank you. I love you very much.
Yes.
Thank you.
Wow. To a long and happy marriage.
Well,
Cheers.
us.